Have you ever wondered what you would regret if you could see into your future? What if you could avoid those regrets now? We've all had moments where we've looked back on our past and thought, if only I knew then what I know now. That feeling, that twinge in your gut, that's regret. It's a powerful emotion, one that can shape us, mold us, and sometimes even hold us back. Regret is like a mirror held up to our past, reflecting back the decisions we wish we could change. It's the lingering taste of what-ifs and if-onlys that we replay in our minds over and over again. When we regret, we are essentially mourning a past we wish we had, a decision we wish we made, or a path we wish we took. But what if we could use this powerful emotion as a tool to shape our future, to learn from our past, and to avoid the very feeling of regret itself? Think about it. Imagine if you could look into the future and see the decisions you would regret. What if you had the power to change those decisions now, to avoid that future regret? What if you could plan for your future in a way that minimizes regret and maximizes fulfillment? Regret is not just about mourning the past, it's also about missing out on the future. It's about the opportunities we didn't take, the risks we didn't dare to venture, and the dreams we didn't dare to pursue. It's about the life we didn't live. But the future is not yet written. We have the power to shape it, to mold it, and to create a future free of regret. We can learn from our past, plan for our future, and live a life of fulfillment. Remember, regret is a powerful emotion. It can teach us valuable lessons, open our eyes to new possibilities, and push us to make better decisions. But wouldn't it be better to learn without the pain of regret? Regret can be a powerful teacher, but wouldn't it be better to learn without the pain of regret? Imagine being able to plan your future in such a way that you avoid regret. Sounds impossible, doesn't it? Well, it isn't. Regret, that lingering aftertaste of choices gone awry, can be a powerful motivator. It can push us to reevaluate our decisions, to change our paths, to seek out new experiences. But it can also be a weight, a constant reminder of what might have been. What if we could lighten that burden? What if we could plan our future in a way that minimizes the chances of regret? The future, as we all know, is a vast, uncharted territory. It's filled with opportunities, challenges, and uncertainties. And in the face of such vastness, planning can seem like a daunting task. But it doesn't have to be. The secret lies in understanding that planning for the future isn't just about preparing for what's to come. It's about shaping that future, molding it into a form that aligns with our hopes, our dreams, our values. It's about envisioning the life we want to lead and then taking the necessary steps to bring that vision to life. It's about making choices today that we won't regret tomorrow. It's about living intentionally, making decisions with purpose and clarity. And yes, it's also about being prepared. Prepared for the challenges that will inevitably come our way, prepared to adapt, to learn, to grow. But how do we do this? How do we plan for a future that we can't predict? The answer lies in the following scenes, where we'll discuss the steps to effective future planning. Steps that involve self-awareness, goal setting, and action and adaptation. Steps that, when followed, can lead to a life that's not just prepared but also regret-free. So let's embark on this journey together. Let's explore the vast landscape of the future, and let's do so with intention, with purpose, with a plan. Because planning for the future is not just about being prepared, it's about creating a life you won't regret. The first step to avoiding regret is self-awareness, but what does that mean exactly? Well, imagine you're at the helm of a ship. To reach your destination, you need to know your starting point, the direction of your course, and the speed at which you're traveling. Similarly, self-awareness is about understanding where you currently stand, recognizing the direction you want to head in, and being aware of the pace at which you're progressing. Self-awareness means acknowledging your strengths and weaknesses, your passions and fears, your desires and aversions. It's about knowing your values and understanding what truly matters to you. But how does self-awareness relate to regret? Well, regret often stems from actions taken or decisions made that are out of alignment with our true selves. Perhaps we make a choice based on what we think we should do, rather than what we truly want. Or maybe we act out of fear rather than courage. These are the moments that can lead to regret. So how can you cultivate self-awareness? It starts with introspection. Take time to quietly reflect on your thoughts, feelings, and behaviors. Ask yourself tough questions and be honest with your answers. What makes you happy? What are your fears? What are your dreams? Next, seek feedback from others. We all have blind spots, and sometimes it takes an outside perspective to help us see what we might be missing. Choose people you trust and respect and be open to their insights. Finally, practice mindfulness. This means being present in each moment, observing your thoughts and feelings without judgment. It's about noticing not just what's happening around you, but also what's happening within you. Remember, self-awareness isn't a destination, but a journey. It's an ongoing process of discovery and growth. And as you become more self-aware, you'll be better equipped to make decisions that align with your true self, helping you avoid future regrets. Becoming self-aware is the first step in creating a future you won't regret. Once you're aware of who you are and what you want, it's time to set some goals. Goal setting is like drawing a map for your life's journey. It's the compass that guides you through the vast sea of possibilities towards the shores of your dreams. But remember, your map should be realistic and meaningful. Let's start with the realism. When you set a goal, it should be something you can realistically achieve. If you aim too high without considering your abilities or resources, you may end up feeling overwhelmed and disheartened. But that doesn't mean you should undersell yourself either. Find that sweet spot where your goal is challenging yet achievable. Now let's talk about making your goals meaningful. What's the point of reaching a destination if it doesn't resonate with you? Your goals should align with your values, passions, and long-term vision. They should be something that excites you, something you're eager to chase after. So, how do you set these goals? One popular method is the SMART goal setting. SMART stands for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. It's a comprehensive guideline that ensures your goals are well-defined and realistic. Let's break it down. Specific means your goal is clear and detailed. Measurable means you can track your progress. Achievable refers to the feasibility of your goal. Relevant ensures your goal aligns with your larger life plan. And time-bound sets a deadline for your goal, keeping you motivated and focused. But setting goals is only the first step. To make them a reality, you need to break them down into smaller tasks and create a detailed action plan. This might feel daunting at first, but remember, each small step brings you closer to your dream. And here's a little secret. Don't be afraid to adjust your goals along the way. Life is unpredictable, and your goals should be flexible enough to adapt to the twists and turns. A goal without a plan is just a wish, so let's turn those wishes into reality. Now that you have your goals, it's time to take action. But remember, the path to your goals may not be a straight one. Imagine your journey to your goals as a river. It starts from a source, your current position, and ends at a destination, your goal. Along the way, it may encounter obstacles like rocks or fallen trees. But does the river stop flowing? No. It finds a way around the obstacle. It adapts and continues its journey. That's exactly how you should approach your goals. The journey won't always be smooth sailing. You'll encounter obstacles, face challenges, and sometimes you might even want to give up. But just like the river, the key is to adapt and keep moving forward. Taking action is the first step. It's easy to dream and plan, but it's the action that brings those dreams into reality. It's the bridge between your current situation and your future goals. Remember, a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step, so start taking those steps, no matter how small they may seem. But what happens when things don't go according to plan? That's where adaptation comes in. Being adaptive means being flexible, open to change, and ready to pivot when necessary. It's about learning from your mistakes and failures, using them as stepping stones towards your goal. Think of adaptation as your compass. It helps you navigate through the unknown, guiding you towards your destination. It's about being resilient in the face of adversity, bouncing back stronger and more determined. Remember, it's not about how many times you fall, but how many times you get back up. It's about embracing change, not fearing it. It's about turning obstacles into opportunities, challenges into triumphs. In this journey towards a future without regret, action and adaptation are your best companions. They're the driving forces that propel you forward, the tools that carve your path. They're the keys to unlocking your potential, the catalysts for your growth. So don't just dream, act. Don't just plan, adapt. Embrace the journey with all its twists and turns, because that's what makes it worthwhile. Adapt and act, for these are the keys to a future without regret. We've covered a lot today, so let's take a moment to recap. This journey we embarked on together was not just about understanding regret, but about how we can equip ourselves for the future, to avoid this very sentiment and live without regret. We began by probing the concept of regret, realizing its weight and understanding the importance of planning for the future. We discovered that the key to a future without regret lies not just in the here and now, but in the conscious decisions we make about tomorrow. Then we delved into the first step towards avoiding regret: self-awareness. We learned that understanding who we are, what we value, and what drives us is the cornerstone of any future plan. By being honest with ourselves, we can make decisions that align with our true selves and thus avoid the sting of regret. Next, we discussed the second step: goal setting. We highlighted the importance of having clear, defined, and achievable goals that reflect our values and aspirations. Goals that are not just about what we want to achieve, but also about who we want to become. We discovered that setting such goals gives us a sense of direction and purpose, providing a roadmap to a future without regret. Then we tackled the third and final step: action and adaptation. We emphasized that planning is nothing without action, and that it's crucial to be flexible and adaptable in our journey towards our goals. We learned that taking calculated risks, being resilient in the face of setbacks, and adapting our plans as necessary are all part of the process of avoiding regret. So there we have it. The 3 steps towards a future without regret: self-awareness, goal setting, and action and adaptation. Remember, the journey towards a future without regret is not a one-time event, but a continuous process that requires conscious effort and determination. With these steps in mind, you're well on your way to a future without regret. Now it's up to you to make it happen.